Hello, and welcome to Captain's Log. I am Captain Blue Rogue. I am captain of this here YouTube streamy Madoohickey Kajigger. Yeah, I run the joint. I'm a Twitch streamer. But I do this live show as basically just a statement of what it's like for a middle class white person to go through these current times when it feels like no politician actually listens to anyone, and everyone is just falling to pieces and pretending like they're okay. And yeah, the huge. It's fine. How you doing? Oh, fine. Could be worse. The typical responses that one would give on a day-to-day basis without realizing how depressing those actually sound if you really think about it. Anyway, this is me documenting my life through those times. It is December, or it is October. It is October 26th. And this would have been my dad's birthday. Had he not passed away 3 years ago. Well, 3 years and a month ago. Right before we found out we were pregnant with him. With you, Cupcake. Like I've said before, I've told this story before. But to do a live show on my dad's birthday. Yeah, it's pretty poignant, I guess. I've got my Holy Hand Grenade t-shirt on for the Why I Love It session right here. Yeah. It's awkward because, like, I can't just... It feels like I'm doing little T-Rex arms when I... Oh, get that elbow crack. Yeah. Anyway, so without any ado, without doing anything, let's get to it. Let's do the theme song and start the episode because Cake is on her way. We don't know where she's going. That's a lie. She went to the store because we have a snack to make for nature school on Monday, and we didn't have flour in the house. We've just used enough flour in regular cooking and didn't realize how low we were. Yeah. So, cue the theme song. Oh, that was sloppy. Also, it's getting more and more noticeable that one of these is just letting air through. Um, which is fine. It just tells me that I might have to bust one of the other toy saxophones out of its case and properly record it. Make sure I get it right. Um, and then I can just hit the recording. Uh, but yeah, I get that out of the way because I'm not gonna play that anymore right now. Weekly overview. So this week we found out the cupcake is on the spectrum, which not a big surprise. We were fully expecting that news, given that Cake and I are both very much ADHD, which is the spectrum covers that and so many other things. But the important thing is with the diagnosis, it opens it up to resources and all the fun stuff that help will help him in the long run. Such as preschool and getting an early childhood interaction. Like I didn't really have it. I was the oldest kid, so until I started going to kindergarten, like some of my siblings went to a Head Start program, but until I went to kindergarten, like okay, we did like some. My parents did utilize some resources too. We start off with lower end spectrum, definitely. Yeah. Anyway, that's not part of the weekly overview. That's life history. But yeah, there was that. We. Oh yeah. This episode was the day after Idlewild. So, yeah, I just, had a straight week of work and it's been exhausting, but I've gotten a bunch of stuff done. I've stayed on top of stuff, and my Fitbit keeps trying to cheat me out of my sleep goals, and I'm like, I was in bed at this point. Like, there's no way if I was in bed at 12:10 and the last time I looked at the clock it was 12:17 that you're counting me as falling asleep at 1:15. You ain't cheating me, Fitbit. I'm gonna count this. So stuff like that. I have fun stuff like that. But meeting the goals, happy about that. Obviously, or I guess not obviously. With my job, I'm currently dealing with a lot of stuff because of the election. I don't talk about what I do for a living. Try to keep personal and professional and entertainment personalities all separate. So, uh, so once the election's over, then things will hopefully settle down for a little while. Yeah. But obviously the holidays are right around the corner. That's always stressful for everybody. So, woo! Yeah, 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 yeah. No, weekly overview has basically been I've come home and I've gotten some stuff done. So my work uniforms came. The belt I ordered is crap, and I need to uh, ask about returning it and getting more socks because my work uniform allowance was 20 cents. Not the order was 20 cents more than my allotment. It's like whatever. Just give me enough socks to keep me under the allotment limit for the order, and I'll be happy. Take your crappy belt back. I was looking. It looked like sort of like my good work belt, and I was like, "Oh, cool." And then I get it, and it's like styrofoam feeling. And it's like, ugh, this is gonna fall apart. This is not meant to last. Ugh, gross. Um. Oh. Okay. Can I saw KMFDM this week? That was their birthday present. They're playing in a relatively reasonably close location, and tickets were good. And after working a full day of work and then travel and whatnot, I was falling asleep during the concert, much to my and there was a mosh pit in the lower level, and but we had bought. She had wanted seats to sit because we're in our mid-30s. We're old, which is funny because KFDM still had a banner saying 40 years. And I was like, there's so many people that are really way older than us. The very good show though. I saw. I just played them on Pandora and stuff, but very good show and really enjoyed it. Yeah, I did not play instruments as much as I wanted to this week, sadly. And I have been trying to adhere to my rule of if he's hanging on a guitar, then I drop what I'm doing and uh, play guitar for you, cupcake. But it usually happens like when I'm in the middle of like a PvP thing or a dungeon or whatnot, and then afterwards you're off onto the next thing. So I don't know why I'm including that in the weekly overview. It's the end of the long week, which means I have 2 days off, which is great. And part of my exercise this week was after I got home from work today. Last night I raked some of the leaves into a pile, a good chunk of them. And then today I did a more thorough raking and got them in the street and because our whole area is under like a wildfire alert because it's sort of dry. So it's yeah. So it's like, okay, well, at least get some of this. And I had the extension cord for the leaf blower there, and it's like, I probably could have just run the leaf blower, but Cupcake was napping, and I just didn't want to. I wanted the workout. I wanted the arm workout. I wanted to use the rake, and the leaf blower wasn't going to get. The rake was a lot of our front yard is like vines and stuff, and the rake is going to pull out the dead excess vines and stuff. The leaf blower is not, and then you're gonna still have leaves being stuck in those dead vines. So it's like you go through with the rake, it combs it out and helps set stuff up on a path for being clean for next year. Cupcake, what are you doing? That's not a cupcake, that's a cake. Wow. Cool. I guess I'll close this door now. I don't know. I started a little late because I was trying to wait for you, but yeah.
Unfortunately, I got all sorts of things.
I was wondering.
Leaving 2 for $5 on the shop.
Ooh. Okay. Love you. Alright, so cake is home, which means cupcake is supervised. And I can close this so that when we get to the live performance, I'm not just belting through the house. Because yes, this week there will be a live performance. Which, there we go. Boom! Let's go! So, where was I? Yeah. Basically, that's it for the week. It was just long and it's over. And oh, I found out another coworker has previously tried Final Fantasy 14, and that's the Square Enix and PlayStation Network account link that has been causing him headaches. He had tried to try the game a second time and found himself unable to do so because it was attached to a previous account. So you might sort that out. I don't know. I keep trying to get people to play what is one of the best games of, well, definitely the decade. It's rough, but we're not giving up. Anyway, Cupcake calls it big fight, and he gets very excited when Cake and I are running Praetorium because he knows it's a bunch of cutscenes, and then watching us fight. It's exciting. Oh boy, what's up?
Why are all of the graham crackers missing?
Him and I were eating graham crackers. Oh no! No, Todd, no.
I'll get it.
You said you were buying more.
I did, but if I hadn't, because I had a huge amount of time trying to find them, we'd be even more screwed.
Well, that was Cake's appearance on the stream. Anyway, that's what I get for using the food that she said she was buying more of at the store for the snack, and I'd been letting Cupcake snack on previous to her going to the store and saying she was getting more. I gave Cupcake more as a snack, and I had a couple, but okay. Resetting. So yeah, week has been pretty good other than that. I mean, I started making more at work technically a week ago, and then I got overtime twice this week, which was nice. It's gonna be quite a nice paycheck when that comes through. I'm very excited about that. Yeah, let's go to watching, playing, doing, because I don't even. Yeah, we. Yeah, the big thing was the concert, and that's just been hanging out in the evenings, and yeah. Watching, playing, doing. I've been slowly working back, back into Gintama. Listening to the Gotta Be Done podcast, which, fun fact, with Bluey, is going through the pandemic here in the States. It was interesting because we're like, oh man, Australia, they locked everything down and no one's really complaining over there. Everyone seems really chill. And I come to find out that that's about the exact same time that Bluey season 2 came out. So like, yeah, everyone who was stuck at home with their kids, like, it wasn't an issue at all because they were all just at home enjoying Bluey. I think that's a fascinating thing, and I mean, I haven't started too many new podcasts since the pandemic, but the few I have, it's always been interesting to see them hit the pandemic point and see how they handle it. Yeah. Oh, the ghost stuff, the Halloween stuff, and Pokemon Go started, so been doing that. Did all my Halloween event things on my Final Fantasy characters, chugging along with getting tombstones still. They put up that date, or they put up the website for the new patch, but no date. It just says mid-November, so it's like, well, it's the second or third week in November. Like, it's one or the other. Probably you're not gonna put it out the week of Thanksgiving, that's for sure. That's the end of November. That's not mid. I made a game with zombies in it. That was my game Thursday. And oh yeah, that's the other thing this week. Arrived in the mail this week. My VM2s! Yo! And I have not done anything with them yet. I took one out and played around with it, but I haven't even put Pinch Quest on it or anything yet. I think I'm gonna save that for tomorrow, Sundays of Arcadia. But I just love it because it's like this is sort of like the design for the original Dreamcast box, and then the original VMU box, and it's just I love it. It's so good, and you can. I got in on the Indiegogo campaign toward the end of it before they stopped taking donations to campaign, but yeah, so definitely gonna be playing that and leveling in PT Quest once again. Once I put together an old computer and get my old uh, the other software for my multi card that I can hook up to an old computer. Get that running and see if I can just copy the PT Quest data and then get it on a USB and then sick, dude. That would make my life so easy. But then I wouldn't get to play through it again. Anyway, so uh, I made a game with zombies in it, and Condemned Criminal Origins. That's what I played on Thursday. It's like, oh well, Halloween ish. So I gotta go with a spoopy game. Not sure what I'm gonna do next week. I Part of me really just wants to do a stream of Alice Madness Returns. Another part of me knows that I should do Left 4 Dead. I don't know. I'm just we'll see. But yeah, a lot of Pokemon, and because of Gengar, had to get his Ghastlies became available for Dynamax. So now I got 2 Dynamax Gengars with upgraded attacks. It's like, yeah, let's go. Now I'm. It was hard before, but like all these candies that I'm able to get because the events, like the regular stars, their candies are a little harder to come by. But Ghastlies, I haven't been evolving too many Ghastlies over the years. I did evolve a shiny Ghastly. I immediately regretted evolving my shiny Ghastly all the way to shiny Gengar because shiny Gengar doesn't look hardly any different than regular Gengar. Such disappointment. Oh, boo. Anyway, yeah, watching, playing, doing. Doing. Still surviving. I cleaned some leaves today. It's satisfying. Anytime I do yard work, it's satisfying. And that's sort of why I do this board and enjoy doing the daily tasks in Final Fantasy 14. It's just seeing meaningful progression, meaningful change, really makes me feel good. So like the art's clean, I look at that, it's tangible, and or like lights in here, stuff like that. Do we have a new light? Like an actual light that would actually light the room. So I need to get that at some point. Big help that would be. In comparison to all these other lights, which are great, and I would look forward to utilizing them more for your color and whatnot. But yeah. Anyway, let's move on to Bullet Pop Theater. I didn't realize my mic was peeking out over there. Look at the things we do. It's all up to you. So, for Politipop Theater, we are going to rely on my good friend and co-host Log, who is obviously he's a little stiff. He's made of wood, so he talks to us via our other good friend Frog. Frog, how are you doing today? I'm doing all right. Uh, we've got 10 days until the election, and neither candidate has said that they support a ceasefire yet. And it looks like the Democrats really just want to throw such an easy election win just right in the toilet. And it's really just sad to see. I I just don't understand why they do that. It doesn't make any sense. We're not. Is the state of Israel the proxy, or are we their proxy? Because I don't even know at this point. You raise an interesting point, but yeah, I can't support our tax dollars going to bombing hospitals, and especially when you have news crews from other countries going into the hospitals and being shown that there are no gold bars or stacks of cash hidden underneath the hospitals. There, once again, any claims about reasons for bombing the hospital are just unfounded, and but it just doesn't change anything. And yeah, yeah, you really hit the nail on the head. It's just so disheartening. And I'm a frog. Like my blood's already cold, and it this just makes my blood run even colder. And this log doesn't even have blood, and his sap is just it's stagnant. He's got stagnant sap, just like the electorate. You okay there? Yeah, no, I'm fine. Um, no, I'm completely fine. Um, okay, I'll have some water, fine. Well, Frog, do you know who you and Log are gonna vote for? Well, as you can probably imagine, logs don't have the best rights in America. They've experienced a sort of genocide of their own, with many cut down. Uh, so you know, but I'm a frog, and not even technically a real one. So I will not be voting, but I encourage everyone to make your voice heard however you feel. And, yeah, I, I just want the killing to stop. And, when it's apparent that most of the hostages that are the excuse to stay in this war are probably already, well, they've probably been dead since close to the beginning of the war, then there's not really a point to funding the killing anymore. Uh, and the fact that we're less than 2 weeks away from a major presidential election and either candidate is making a solid case against policy of said war is absolutely well disgraceful and disgusting, and just really shows the disgust, the low caliber of this country right now. And yeah, that that's all I've got to say. Well, yeah, you really summed that up pretty well. I don't have anything to add. It's it's the most depressing election of my life. Yeah, no, it's awful. Vote your conscience. My son was a NICU baby. I can't stand the fact that my tax dollars have gone to fund a war where the state of Israel has used my tax dollar money to bomb hospitals and babies in incubators, just like my son was. I I can't do it. Like I live in a safe blue state. Like the electoral college is not going to be dismantled by either party because anytime it benefits them, they're not going to get rid of it. So it's like my vote doesn't matter. I could leave the top column blank. I won't. I'll still vote, but not for anyone who supports genocide. So this is how I make my stand. Like I'm done with the duopoly. I'm done with the two-party system. Genocide's where I draw the line. I hope that where many more Americans draw the line. I'm not Jewish. I'm not Palestinian. I'm just a human who wants to see the killing stop. And it's very clear that it's the state of Israel, led by Netanyahu, is the cause of so much of the problem. It's not the religion. It's not any of that. Anyway. Why I love it! Let's go with and now for something completely different. A man with a tape recorder up his brother's nose. So, I'm wearing this Holy Hand Grenade shirt that I got many. That's not my mom's phone. It's my phone. It's been my phone for like 20 years. Like, leave me alone. I don't even live in that state anymore. Um, so, like I said before, today would have been my dad's birthday. And he is the one who introduced me to Monty Python. Uh, he he did sign up for the Time Life collection, where they sent they might be on VHS. We might have them all on VHS. But every month they sent you Monty Python's Flying Circus. He got the whole set. And years later, I got the whole set for myself on DVD, and then as a gift, I got him the whole set. But I think one of the earliest ones, and one that everyone quoted, both my church and high school, like just Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's classic, 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 classic. And I think it was one of the, I think the live show like canceled maybe, because I think I canceled one last night. But yeah, I had a spam watch shirt on. I was gonna talk about that, but is definitely just why I love it. The humor is so great. Like the story behind how it was made, the budget constraints, like it's just so quotable and by such brilliant minds, and the culmination, and it went on to spark several other films, which actually had endings because they had a clout and were like, hey, like, see, we can do this, like, but yeah, Monty Python is definitely one of those intergenerational things where my dad loved it, and he introduces me to it, and I love it. And obviously, at some point, I'll introduce my son to it. Probably a little bit earlier than I was introduced to it because something about I think a young child would very much like to see a cow being catapulted. Uh, there's just or the killer rabbit. There's just so much stuff in there for a small child to enjoy. I'll have to check the rating on it. I think it was PG technically. Life for Brian was like a. Whew. Anyway, let's move on to goals. I'm pretty proud of myself. I knocked out quite a bit. I'm not so much worried about PvP. Because it is much. I've already gotten my mount for the season, and it is much quicker for me to do a gate in the gold saucer for potentially more Moogle tomestones than it is for me to do PvP. One of the only reasons I'm still doing it is to get my Astrologian 71 to access the trust system with it. It's society. No, wait. Didn't I do some of it yesterday? I don't remember. Yeah, I did my Allied Society yesterday. I just didn't check it off. That's weird. Anyway, litter boxes. I took Monday off, but that's Monday. Monday I was just completely beat after work. It was brutal. Did play instruments for a couple of that day, but I've been feeding, watering, medicating the animals. I did get 6 hours of sleep several days. Uh, so um, I'm not sure. I have been doing this like this is my sleep for Friday night, but obviously that means that Saturday can't be checked off. So I might swap how I check that off. Um, Laundry, chili cages. I've done all that stuff. I did both my streams. I'm looking pretty good. I counted my exercise this week as and I want to. Okay, so sorry, trying to screenshot that. Uh, Raking leaves is my workout today because I know I'm gonna feel that in my arms and back tomorrow for sure. Um, all right, and now I'm going to yeah, weekly goals. I should put well, I need to figure out what I'm gonna be for Halloween, but it's a little late to add that as a weekly goal, huh? I think I'm just gonna move into the performance. Because why the heck not? Okay, so um, given the proximity to Halloween, this being the last show before Halloween, I'm going to give a little backstory here. So the first unofficial date that Cake and I went on was she had gotten 2 tickets to see Evil Dead the musical, and I was still seeing another girl at the time, but I mean I absolutely love Evil Dead the musical, and one of our other friends from college was in it, and so she was Cake was going to see it with another guy, and backed out. So I was like, okay, well, she went with me, and we had a great evening. And then so we did fire spinning stuff together and that kind of stuff too, and yeah, fun times. But yeah, yeah, I won. Um, yeah. So Evil Dead the musical. Is hilarious, amazing. If you have not had the pleasure of seeing it, I recommend you do so. But I'm only slightly nervous about this. Uh, Okay. Now it's time to die, you old hag. You found me beautiful once. Honey, you got real ugly. I'm not a killer. I'm an smart employee. And to kill a coworker is against company policy. But you tried to kill me, so now I must say goodbye. I'm sorry, Linda, but now you must die, 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 die. Oh, die! Oh, die! Daddy, I'm home. This isn't as bad as it looks. Yeah. Anyway, every year I get a little older, and my chance of playing Scotty or Ash in Evil Dead decrease. Chance of playing Frankfurter don't really change that much. I just have to slim down enough to fit into a corset. Unfortunately, I did not budget the weekends accordingly to also perform Sweet Transvestite, so I might have to save that for next year. Maybe that's incentive to try to work out more and lose weight and do all the fun stuff. But yeah, that is it for Captain's Log this week. We've got one more log before we find out the fate of the country, which, given what happened after the last election, who knows if it'll be clear cut or if it'll just be a mess of lies and BS and just he said, she said, yada yada yada. Like that politics at this point is just a joke, and we all know it. Anyway, have fun, and I will catch you all hopefully for Sundays of Arcadia tomorrow. Cupcake. Hope you enjoyed this. Happy birthday to Jaji. Miss you, Dad. Have a good week. Bye.